Hello everybody, welcome to MiniMetro. My name is Awestruck Beaver, and today we're just going to have a little game on London. So what is MiniMetro? Well, if you haven't heard of MiniMetro, which I wouldn't blame you if you haven't, it's a puzzle game where you link up different shaped stations to one another, and you transfer commuters from one station to the other. Really simple, but very hard. Really tricky. So let's start off with you. At the very beginning of the game, you start off with 3 lines. In this case, yellow, red, and blue. Each of them represent a real-life train line within the game. I'll just turn up to speed 2. And being in London, obviously you've got Piccadilly line, Central line, and the Circle line. At the beginning of the game, you normally start off with 3 different shapes. These are triangle, circle, and square. Circles tend to be the most common of the lot. I think then it's triangles and then squares. But after a certain while, you start getting more different shapes. You can get pentagons, I think, diamonds, stars, hearts, I think. Not too sure about that. But the aim of the game is to pretty much just carry on building up your metro line until the point where you cannot hold any more passengers and you fail the game. Okay, so we've got to week 2. In this game, you start off at week 1, and once you've done 7 days and 7 nights, you then go on to week 2. And every time you advance in a week, you get a reward. It's the best way to call it, I guess. You always get a locomotive or a new train, and you get the choice between one of 2 choices. In this case, it's either a carriage or a line. Carriages go on existing lines and are used for increased capacity. They're pretty much another train, which is really good if you've got, let's say, only 3 lines and you're starting to get really busy. You can just add another carriage onto it and you've got more capacity, whereas another line obviously gives you a brand new line and another colour. We'll go for another line. And what I like about this game is that for every line that you add, it adds another layer of music onto it, which I think is really neat, and I really like that idea. It's really peaceful as well. So whilst we just let this game do its thing, I'll just introduce myself a little bit more in-depthly. My name is Awestruck Beaver, as I said in the intro, and I'm just doing this channel as kind of like a summer project. Haven't got much to do during the summer, and I thought, you know what, this is a good way to spend the time. Gives me something to do, and who knows, might even get a decent reception. If that's the case, awesome, carry on making videos. If not, carry on making videos. It gives me something to do. So we've nearly finished week 2. Just wait for Sunday to go. Is it week 2, or have we just got week 2? Oh no, there we go. Yep, it does it business week, Monday to Monday. Okay, so we're at week 3 now. Got a new locomotive, and we can have the choice between either 2 tunnels or a new line. I'm going to go for a new line personally, because I think you can get more benefit from having several lines and having several efficient lines, at least at the moment. I haven't explained what tunnels do in this game. On every single map, regardless of where you are, there's always a river that will come through your map. This obviously being London, that's the River Thames, and when this icon here, which is just a broken up train line, that represents the tunnel, and you only get a certain amount of them every single game. I think you start off with 3, but you can get more and more depending on the rewards that you pick every time you finish a week. Sorry about the mouse moving. Haven't got the best grip. Okay, this is where I might have to pull back on one of my train lines. We'll pull back the red one on that side to drag it down here. So, carriage or tunnels? I think we'll go for tunnels. And we'll just link that all up. Now I say that this is a puzzle game. By that I mean it's kind of a puzzle game, but also a little bit of, there's quite a lot of micromanagement within the game. You have to pick your lines carefully. Is that counting as a tunnel? Yes, it is counting as a tunnel. Alright, we won't do that then. We'll do this instead because I've got enough to thread that one there. It's, yeah, I don't know the best way to explain this game. It's just, it's its own thing. It's probably the best way that I can explain it, which is not always a bad thing. I think that I personally find this game very fun, very relaxing. And once we finish this map, or we don't really finish, you just go on for as long as possible until you fail, and we'll just see how far we go. Did an earlier recording of this, but wasn't pleased with the overall result, so I decided to delete that and start afresh. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. Obviously, we got the line as a new upgrade, or we got the interchange. The interchange is just a bigger station. It allows you to hold more people at any one time. I think we don't need the interchange at the moment. I'm going to go for a new line. I've got to keep an eye on this station here, because it already seems to be getting busy with a lot of passengers going from here to here for the star. So what I might do is add this new line here that will cater for that, and then drag over there. And what I like about this game is that you can't simply just drag everything across. They have to go parallel with each other, so you can't, for example, where's the best way to explain? You can do that. I'm trying to show. Okay, there we go. So you can't cut across like that. They have to go parallel with each other, similar to actual train lines. And that again gives it more of a challenge aspect, because you've got to make sure that all your train lines can get to and from each other. Like this one here, where all of the train lines meet. You can see that they're crisscrossing, but they never cross directly. A new line or a carriage? I think we'll go for another new line. Get the final line. And this, there, see there, that's what I'm talking about. Can't go straight up. You've got to go up and around. We'll just do that to get rid of some of these. Oh, we might actually lose here. That's a shame. I had quite a lot to talk about. I wanted to try and get a little bit further in this, but obviously I'm not that good at the game. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It's my first video, so I'm going to give myself this one. And game over. So overcrowding at this station has forced your metro to close. Ah, that's a shame. 685, not too bad, I guess. I can do better. I have done a lot better before. Funnily enough, the video that I did before this one got my highest score of like 900 odd. So, well, it doesn't matter. So you get 3 choices, either to restart, continue in endless campaign, which pretty much means you just go on and on and on, and main menu. That's what we'll do. Go back to the main menu. I might play some more in another video, but I'll just go through the different places that you can play as. So you start off in London, you then go to Paris, New York, Berlin, Melbourne, Hong Kong, Osaka, St. Petersburg, Montreal, Sao Paulo, Cairo, and Auckland. And each of them have their own little twists and different challenges that they throw at you. Like, for example, in Cairo, it says here, bridge the Nile to bring Cairo together with your stable of smaller trains. What it means by that is that your trains hold only 4 people rather than 6, and it's very difficult. But yeah, I really like this game. It's cheap at the moment. I don't know the actual pricing of it, but I would highly recommend, if you enjoy relaxing games and puzzle games, I would say definitely give this one a go. Alright, thank you very much for listening, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.